Let's talk about your dashboard. The dashboard for your life. You track your steps, your sleep, your calories, your portfolio. You have a 5-year plan, a 10-year plan. You listen to productivity podcasts on 2x speed. You're A divided by B, testing your life, optimizing every variable, all in the service of engineering a perfect future. You're so focused on the GPS, on the destination, on the estimated time of arrival, that you've completely forgotten to look out the window at the scenery you're driving through right now. This is the optimization trap. We have become so obsessed with preparing for, planning for, and securing a better tomorrow that we have completely forgotten how to live in today. The present moment has become nothing more than a stepping stone to a future that we worship. We endure the present in the hope of enjoying the future, but the future has a funny habit of never quite arriving. It's always just over the horizon. This constant future tripping is the source of a specific modern kind of misery. It's a low-grade, chronic anxiety, the feeling that you're always behind, always preparing, but never there. The Roman Stoic philosopher Seneca saw this same sickness in the power-hungry, future-obsessed culture of Rome. He diagnosed the disease and prescribed the cure in a single, powerful sentence. He taught that true happiness is to enjoy the present without anxious dependence upon the future. Let's break down that killer phrase, anxious dependence upon the future. This is the core of the problem. It's the belief, conscious or not, that your happiness is contingent upon a future event. I'll be happy when I get the promotion. I'll relax when I finally go on vacation. I'll feel good about myself when I lose 10 pounds. I'll find peace when I retire. You are outsourcing your well-being to a time that does not exist. You have made your present happiness a hostage, and the future is the ransom. And because the future is, by its very nature, uncertain, you are signing up for a life of perpetual anxiety. You are constantly worried that the future won't deliver the goods. Now, the idea of enjoying the present isn't unique to the Stoics. The Epicureans, another school of Greek philosophy, also championed the idea of pleasure in the here and now. But there's a crucial difference. The common, and often misunderstood, view of Epicureanism is that it's about maximizing pleasure and minimizing pain. Seneca's idea of enjoying the present is different. It's not about chasing a hedonistic rush. Stoic joy is a byproduct. It is the deep, stable, and tranquil state of a mind that is living virtuously and rationally right now. It's the quiet satisfaction of a well-ordered soul, not the loud excitement of a fleeting pleasure. Our modern world has created a new kind of future sickness with what's called the experience economy. We've replaced the desire for things with the desire for experiences, which sounds like an upgrade, but it can become the same trap. We become so focused on planning the next epic trip, the next festival, the next Instagrammable brunch, that we devalue our ordinary, everyday present. The experience itself becomes a commodity for the future, a story to tell, a photo to post, rather than a moment to be fully inhabited. We're not enjoying the present, we're just collecting assets for our future memory bank. This is still a form of anxious dependence on the future. So if anxious dependence on the future is the disease, what is the cure? How do we sever that dependency so we can finally enjoy the only moment we ever truly have, which is right now? Seneca gives us the key in another of his brilliant redefinitions. This is an idea we've touched on before, but it is the direct and practical answer to this problem. He states that wealth consists not in having great possessions, but in having few wants. This is the solution. The reason we are anxiously dependent on the future is because we have a long, exhausting list of wants that we expect the future to satisfy. We want a bigger house, a better car, a more prestigious job title, a more exciting life. Our happiness is a long-shot bet placed on the future's ability to deliver all these things. The anxiety is the gnawing fear that it won't. Seneca's advice is radical. Stop playing the game. You don't win by getting everything you want. You win by wanting less. By radically pruning your list of desires, you sever the chains that tie you to the future. If your happiness doesn't depend on getting a promotion, you are free from the anxiety of office politics. If your sense of self-worth doesn't depend on owning a luxury car, you are free from the stress of financial striving. By wanting less from the future, you liberate your present. There's a powerful parallel here with Zen Buddhist philosophy. There's a famous saying, "Before enlightenment, chop wood, carry water. After enlightenment, chop wood, carry water." The external activity remains the same. The enlightened person doesn't suddenly teleport to a permanent vacation. The change is entirely internal. They are able to find a state of profound presence and contentment in the simple, mundane act of chopping wood and carrying water, because they have eliminated their anxious dependence on a future spiritual payoff. They have few wants. They are content now. Let's look at this through the lens of a major modern movement. FIRE, which stands for Financial Independence. Retire early. On the surface, this movement seems to embody Seneca's wisdom. It's about wanting fewer consumer goods in order to gain freedom. But it can easily fall into a trap that Seneca would have warned us about. Many people pursuing FIRE live in a state of extreme, joyless deprivation for 10 or 20 years. They sacrifice their entire present, their youth, their spontaneity, their simple pleasures for the single goal of a future liberation. This is not Stoicism. This is the ultimate form of anxious dependence on the future. They are still saying, "I'll be happy when I retire." The true Stoic path would be to cultivate few wants so that you can be happy and free right now, regardless of your retirement date. It's about designing a life you don't need to escape from. So, how do we practice this? How do we stop being future addicts and start living in the present? First, you must redefine your wealth. Your true wealth is not the number in your bank account. It is the shortness of your I want list. Actively, consciously, work to prune this list. For every desire you have, ask yourself, is this truly necessary for my flourishing? Or is it a preference that society has sold me? The fewer things you need to be happy, the wealthier you become instantly. Second, practice what we might call temporal indifference. The Stoics practiced indifference to external things they couldn't control. We can practice a form of indifference to time. Stop idolizing the future. Stop seeing the present as a mere stepping stone. Life is not a journey to a destination. Life is a series of present moments. The point is not to get to the end of the song. The point is to dance. And third, learn to find joy in the mundane. This is the ultimate skill. Take a simple, everyday activity, like drinking your morning coffee. You have a choice. You can drink it while scrolling through your phone, planning your day, worrying about your to-do list, a state of anxious dependence on the future. Or you can just drink the coffee. You can feel the warmth of the mug, smell the aroma, taste the flavor. You can be fully present for that one, simple, 2-minute experience. This is not some small, trivial act. This is a revolutionary act of rebellion against the tyranny of the future. It is the practice of happiness. We are robbing ourselves of life. We are living like misers, saving up all our time and energy for a future that is not guaranteed. And in doing so, we are bankrupting our present. The Stoic solution, the Senecan cure, is a 2-part formula. First, diagnose the disease, your anxious dependence on the future. And second, administer the cure. Radically reduce what you want from it. Remember his words. This is the blueprint for a life lived now. True happiness is to enjoy the present without anxious dependence upon the future. And the way to achieve that is to understand that wealth consists not in having great possessions, but in having few wants. Stop optimizing for tomorrow's happiness and start experiencing today's life. Thank you for joining us at the Inner Citadel. If this helped you find more value in the present moment, hit that like button and subscribe for more tools to build a resilient mind. We'll see you next time.